and succeed.
Blondes can be not just the stereotypical type blonde that you think of, but blondes can be actually quite intelligent and quite smart and quite, you know, successful in life. And then we got the 2.0, right, which is the Web 2.0 side of things, which basically is my focus. I focus on Web 2.0 tools. And I love it. I work with a lot of different companies, specifically startups, that just because that's my passion, and I really like helping them from the beginning stages where they're not really sure about, they have a concept but they're not really sure like how to build their website or how to create their messaging. So I help them do all that. I'm not sure that everybody has a secret to social marketing. I do think that you know, to be a social marketeer, one, you gotta love people, and two, you gotta know which products to pick, right? So I usually work with companies that I believe in their product and I know that it's something that I would want to use. I don't want to advertise or work with companies that have a product that I wouldn't want to use myself, obviously. If we're talking about, you know, doing the whole social media marketing thing, so it's a lot of conversational marketing. You gotta be there 24/7. That's why people hire me, right? Because I don't have someone in-house to sit there all day long and you know, get on the forums and answer people. So it's work that's never ending. I mean, during the weekend, you know, the Facebook doesn't sleep. You need to continue working all the time to answer people. If somebody writes a post about you that's, you know, not that complimentary or saying something bad about your product, you gotta be able to appropriately respond to that post. If it's a post that's positive about your product, and you gotta say thank you. You always have to be out there listening to what people are talking about your brand and responding appropriately.
You came from New York, right?
Yes.
What do you find like the different vibe in the tech scene between New York, London, Israel?
So in Israel, I think people here, and it's not only in tech, it's in general. People here are very, you know, there's a word for it, it's called tachlis. You know, people are very straight to the point, they say what they mean, and you know, they say their concept, and are you interested or not, right? In Silicon Valley, I think it's a little more like, there's a little more of sort of the more the networking and sort of, you know, there's also, I think, they're more open to failure, whereas here I think people are less open to failure. You know, entrepreneurs, they really want to make it, and if they don't make it, then they kind of maybe take it a little bit personally. But again, I think that Israeli entrepreneurs are amazing. I think that they're able to get the results that they get because they're quite aggressive, and that's good. I think that's very good in the industry that we're in. But I have to say it's very hard, I believe, for companies that are not in Silicon Valley to make a success out of themselves in the same way that Silicon Valley companies do, because I think that Silicon Valley companies are much more exposed, you know, sort of to the right people, whereas people, you know, here in Israel, we obviously have so many startups, but we're not, like, unless we have some sort of presence in Silicon Valley or in New York, it's very hard for us to, you know, spread that message. And I think that companies in San Francisco, for example, are much more easily able to do that, or London, for that matter. Where I would like to see it going is, obviously we have so many different information streams now. We have so many social networks that we're a part of, and we have so many RSS feeds that you were subscribed to. And I would really like to see some sort of integration of all these tools and all these profiles, and I would just, you know, the whole idea of OpenID, for example, I would really like to see one platform where I would to get on and just, you know, stay on one window as opposed to having like 40 different windows that I have to check every single morning. So, so that's where I would like to see the industry going. You know, right now I'm building my company, and we have 5 people on my staff, so I hope to build that even further. And really, you know, I feel that in Israel specifically, we're missing one firm that can give startups, and not just startups, but consumer-based companies, a one-stop shop for all their needs. And so that's what I'm trying to establish, a company where other companies can come and really get a one-stop shop from, you know, helping them with their branding and positioning, to helping them with their marketing, to helping them with their distribution, to creating applications and everything else that they need.
The Walmart.
Yes, exactly.
I wanted to study what is considered the hardest language in the world, and a growing superpower in a country that everybody says is impossible to understand. I think Chinese and Israelis actually have a lot of interesting similarities. China's ascendancy in world politics, it's going to shift the balance. China really is the biggest story for the rest of my life.